Welcome friends, welcome back to the kitchen. We've been making a lot of ice cream lately, which leaves us with a lot of leftover egg whites. So I'm trying to show you a bunch of different recipes that you can use those egg whites up. You don't just have to make meringue with them. So into this pot, I'm going to put a little bit of brown sugar. We are going to make essentially a cheat caramel. We're starting out with brown sugar, so we don't have to boil it in the same way that you would if you started with white sugar. And to that, I'm going to add some maple syrup. And so just a couple tablespoons of maple syrup. Maybe just a little bit more. There we go. And we want to stir that together. Melt the brown sugar and make it a nice liquid. And you just want to boil this for about a minute on sort of medium high, just until all of the sugar crystals have liquefied. And once you've reached that point, before it burns, you want to pull it off and then immediately pour in about a tablespoon of hot water. And that will bring us to a really nice syrupy consistency. And then you want to divide that caramel between some pudding cups. And so pour very carefully. There we go. Just get an even layer on the bottom of all the cups. I think I did a fairly good job. Now this is where I would normally lick the spoon, but you know, hot sugar, not a good idea to lick the spoon. So we're just going to set those aside while we make the pudding part. So here I have egg whites, 5 egg whites, and I'm going to mix in some sugar. Now, you want to be very careful when you mix this in that you don't create a lot of foam. The whole idea is that you want the sugar to dissolve into the egg whites, but you don't want it to froth up like a meringue. So be very careful with this part. And as you can see, it doesn't mix in terribly well. So do your best. It will change once we start adding the next ingredients. Okay, now we're going to add some milk. So I need, is there going to be enough in the bag? Is there going to be enough in the bag? Yes, I need that much milk. And so just keep stirring gently as you mix in the milk. Now, when I said, don't make foam, no matter how gently you stir this, you will get a little bit of foam on top. Just, don't get in there with a whisk, I think is really what I'm trying to say. Next in is some heavy cream. So some whipping cream. And this is 35% butterfat, and I need about that much. And so the same thing, you just mix it in slowly. And the last thing is we're going to add in a little bit more of the maple syrup. A couple tablespoons. Not a whole lot, just enough to give it a little bit something. You're going to taste it and you're going to go, oh, is there maple in that? There we go. Why, yes, there is maple in that. And now you want to pour this very carefully into your pudding molds. Now, depending on what size your molds are, you'll get anywhere from 6 to 10 of these little pudding cups. Okay, these little pudding cups have lids, so I'm going to put a lid on each one. If you don't have lids for your pudding cups, just put a little piece of tin foil over the top. You're just trying to keep water out while it's in the oven cooking. Now, I have a roasting pan here, and I've got a little rack in the bottom. I'm going to stick this into the oven. I'm going to arrange the pudding cups on top of the rack, and then I'm going to pour in boiling water to create a bain-marie. And I'm going to allow these to cook until they have set. Hey, Jules.
Hey, Glenn, what are you making in the wee little glass?
It's an egg white pudding.
I've already picked up my spoon. I'm ready.
So it's trying to use up the egg whites. It's a maple flavored egg white pudding. Yeah. It's a nice light custard. It's a, oh, and then you get a little bit of the caramely sugar from the bottom.
It's definitely a custard, so I like it. I love custards. If
Yeah.
you're not someone, lots of people don't like custards. They're very eggy.
Yes, yes. There's egg in egg white custard. So it's going to taste like egg.
Thanks, Glenn.
Yeah, no, no, because it does taste like egg.
That's really good. They'd be really pretty if you could pop them out and have it all.
Upside down like a,
Yeah.
yeah.
But that's okay. I'm happy to eat them this way. Wow, that's really good caramel in the bottom. Thanks.
Maple syrup. So I made them in these tiny little containers.
That's probably wise.
Well, yeah, and if you're entertaining, these are really cool because you can bring them out and everybody can have a little taste and you can have 2 or 3 different desserts. I sometimes find when you get a big container of pudding, it's
much pudding.
too much. Yeah, let's move on to something else. So these are really good. If you find yourself with 5 egg whites hanging around because you made some ice cream, give this a shot.
Because you never know when that's going to happen. Clearly, you finished yours.
Yeah, I'm just going to continue eating. Thanks for stopping by. See you again soon.